Attention! All things shared in this video are simply the opinions of the Unexplained Files. The following footage is not tampered with, and all of the events and reactions are unplanned and genuine.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Unexplained Files. Today we're going to be reacting to a video called The Poltergeist Haunting of Josiah Worley, a guy who's been having some very spooky goings-on in his home, as well as some spooky spirits in the bottle that we think might be adding to the problem.
That's his backstory, isn't it? He was like renting an upstairs room in a house, and he's like a bit of an alcoholic.
Yeah, and to be honest, with the stuff he's got going on, I don't know if I can blame him for it.
And I think a lot of people think that's why he might be having these experiences, but then I've seen a lot of people saying he's been debunked, so who knows?
Let's jump into it and see what we think.
Let's find out.
That card flipped over. Or it didn't flip over, it flipped off the thing. You know how people, they're in like scary...
Oh yeah, because we had this with the audio stops throughout points in it.
Yeah, I remember.
It's not good enough.
Yeah. So it's low quality footage, so I can't even tell if there's like fishing wire or something on it, or maybe a magnet in there, but the fact that he goes around and he's like, look, there's no one here. Well, I'd assume that's what he's saying.
Am I tripping? Am I tripping? You
For
see
some
that?
reason that looks like a
Weird doll.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
not only like a weird doll, but it kind of looked like, imagine you're seeing someone on like a PS2 skateboard.
Can you not do that, please? Yeah, I'm leaving. What's good?
And
You're
you
kind of
think
making noises.
That one was quite weird, because you think if someone was to move it, they'd have to lift it from above, and then
Yeah.
like this is kind of the side, so there's just the roof above it, and there's nothing
And if they
there.
are lifting it as well, I would have thought, as well as it's sort of rocking backwards and forwards, it might lift that way, or depending on where the string is and the weight of it. It did just seem to just go, which makes me think someone was pushed on the back of it and then let go. So I'm not too sure about that one.
Yeah, you can't. There's clearly nothing behind it or whatever. So
You're kind of being really loud. It's really irritating. Okay. Here are my hands. Did you see that? Did you fucking see that? Here are my feet, not moving. Here are my hands and my feet. Oh shit, hold on. Here's my face. Why'd you do that? Can you do it again?
I'll be like, can you put it
You
back?
forgot.
I don't
You
wanna get
didn't.
up.
Did you? There's so many fucking things flying across my screen. I feel like it's dust. It's got to be dust. I'm gonna take a shot.
see, as he's renting a room in a house, I wonder if there's any activity anywhere else, because nothing's ever said about it. It's just him filming in this room all the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
In his
Put it
room.
back on his fucking thing. I'm about to go lay back down, and I'm gonna hope to God that nothing fucking does any weird shit, because I feel like there's weird shit right there. But at the same time, it could be friendly. Oh God! Now look at me. I'm starting to sound like a fucking weirdo.
Another thing as well,
You got weirdo.
he's got his phone light on, I assume. If there is fishing wire, isn't fishing wire quite reflective? If it's in the dark and you shine a light,
You'd think
wouldn't
it'd
it-
probably show up a bit. Yeah.
so let's say, because the only way I can conceive that first like pill bottle or whatever it was fell off the top, not the second one but the first one, is if someone's maybe tucked round the stairway and they're pulling something there and then it's gone and rolled off. I would have thought if you've got a torch shining at it, you're going to see something reflect off of that, but I couldn't see it.
Because even when I used to go fishing, like with Matt, even like sea fishing, you could still see the reel at night, like the line going out when you're shining your head towards. So you'd think at that close range with a phone torch, you'd see something.
And if they're not using fishing wire or some wire, how are they doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, move that. Do you see that? What?
See, that does kind of look like what I would assume is a string. I can't see the string, but the way it falls over from the top, it's obviously like if they had a string right on the top, when you pull it gently, it's kind of leaning, and then boom, and then it actually goes off the same way I would assume the string would be placed on top. Yeah. So that I'm a bit
if
like...
If it had flown towards him or something, then it would have been a bit different. Yeah.
Or if it had just gently rolled off and dropped, that would have been more convincing. But the way it's just sort of leaned over from the top and they've just gone, bing, gone. Yeah, it is just like someone's fucking pulled that off. So.
But something's fucking moving on my goddamn table, and that's really fucking irritating. Please stop. Please don't. Please.
That one's quite interesting because now there's a string moving there.
You pick them up.
That's what I'm thinking.
You fucking do that. Bro. Are you good, bro?
Are you good?
You good, bro? Do you see any fucking strings?
There's nothing on there.
Did you guys see it move?
If he'd have pushed it like that and it had gone again, then I'd be like, right, I'm impressed now. Not to say that I'm not already, because you couldn't see anything, but, you know, who knows? There could be ways of doing that. I really don't know.
There's some weird jumping jelly bean thing inside.
Are you evil? Are you my mom? Are you a ghost? Make that fucking cup fly off the table. If you're evil. That's not a cup, dude. What are you doing?
The scissors go independently. That's kind of interesting. That looks kind of how a magnet would move something, though, to me.
Yeah, but it looks like there's like metal next to it, and that doesn't move.
What are you doing?
A little. I don't know
what are you
is.
doing?
Is that a little socket.
Oh, I see.
On my socket set or something.
If you have. Why did you do that? Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Can you please do it again?
Imagine it is legit, and that was just his everyday occurrences in his ass.
Maybe that's why he stopped posting. Moved out and it followed, and that was it. See, I want it to be real, but then another part of me thinks, you know, the amount of people across the world, how's stuff like this not coming up left, right, and centre? Right?
So for like a whole day, nothing has been going down, and then this fucking happens. Okay, there's nothing. I even brought over somebody. Fucking, I don't know why the fuck.
He's like, I'm not dealing with this.
Maybe it's only when I get drunk. But regardless, dude, that's really fucked up. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. You should not. You should not be doing that. Please stop doing that. Okay? Okay?
I don't know if someone could have pushed that. The way he was filming it, you would have seen someone push.
For a minute.
Let's say nip the hand over the top.
Okay.
But then if that were the case, I would have expected it, if you'd have like pinged over the top, you would have seen it high up, and if they hit low, it would have fallen backwards and rolled.
Go for it, you fucking pussy. Just kidding. I mean, I don't know how fucking scary you are, dude.
I feel like this train of thought is us when nothing's happening on an investigation.
Shit does not fucking continue to happen. Even though I have somebody laying right the fuck there. That's cool. Here goes my shot.
Yeah.
YOLO.
Maybe it was half a shot.
Okay. Can't even let me fucking drink.
Is nothing sacred anymore?
I'm gonna take another shot.
A mirror or a magnifying glass?
Mirror, I think. I thought it was a hairbrush at first.
Why did it move?
There's nothing.
See, that's why you should look under the table.
Yeah, exactly. But then, in a way, if he is just freaked out by it, he's not going to be thinking, quickly film under the table to prove to people it's real, because to him it's just fear because it's happening.
That's what we should be doing though if we're out investigating.
Yeah, stuff starts happening.
If something happens and we actually shit ourselves, we've got to be mindful enough to think, wait, stop and let's check this properly.
Yeah. Like fucking
running off.
Lenwood Centre being like, hello? Wasn't there a point later in this video, or later in some of these clips, where he does hear what sounds a bit like a woman's voice?
I can't even remember, to be honest.
Bro, chill.
Chill.
easily explainable. Maybe I fucking knocked down your fucking shit. There was a whole situation where I fucking moved.
Did you hear that like noise as well?
It sounded like a kind of scream almost. I don't know. Could be a bloody police siren out there. So.
Audio's
Imagine
done.
that, just being pissed and walking around your room just talking.
Shit just kicking off. It is weird how he just sort of vanished off the internet. As far as I know, I've not looked him up, but it feels like this sort of happened. And then he got a new place, and then was just
Didn't hear from him. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do in this situation. I don't think it would scare me. It's like any experiences I've had that didn't really scare me. I've just been more intrigued. But I can imagine it'd be pretty irritating.
If it ramped up, I would be freaked out. Because this is like in his space, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas everything we've experienced is out. I mean, I know you've had experiences at home, but
Did you guys see that?
that
Or is that
could
just
be
no? It's probably a reflection off the fucking thing. Okay. Okay.
Okay. That was a weird one.
That's shaking. This isn't shaking. The whole entire fucking table was just shaking.
Earthquakes.
Yeah.
That
Just
looks
zonk.
just scary there. It's like some weird shadow figure
I'll
just
pass it
sleeping
off.
on the bed.
That's not a. That's probably a thing.
See
Just
as the
that.
money starts stacking up.
That'd be mad, wouldn't it? Turn
What
around,
that
it's just
Disney
one.
song. I can show you some orbs. I can get pretty crazy. Oh.
Are they buzzing then, or?
I don't know. While I think about it, I'm intrigued now. Like, I have this weird conspiracy thought going around in my head whether like electronics companies are aware of equipment used to pick up like paranormal activity stuff.
Yeah.
Because on like old recorders now, I used to record so many EVPs and that, and it was just a regular MP3 recorder.
Yeah.
I used to record them all the time, but like since we've had this brand new one and that, never caught anything on it. It's like the cameras, you don't hardly catch much on it.
Yeah.
Like that other night vision camera used to catch orbs all the time and stuff, like that one from back in the 90s or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
because I know even there was a guy talking on a podcast or something, and he was talking about the military used to have a different kind of night vision. I don't know if it was a different colour or something, but then they kept picking up these like anomalies. I think they might have been like UFOs or something, and they kept catching them all the time. So that's why they changed it to like the green. It's because it used to be like a red or something like that.
Right.
And the guy was saying they changed it because they kept picking up these anomalies with it, and that's why it got changed to what it is that we use nowadays, which I thought was quite interesting.
It could very well be. I thought for a minute you were saying it's more like they're taking advantage of people, being like they're making devices that pick up shit. It's sort of an idiot tax kind of deal. But no, that they could very well be. I really don't know. I've
Because
never thought of that.
When you look online now as well, they've got a lot of EVP recorders for sale that are like the old ones that you used to use years ago, but they're charging stupid money because they're supposed to be the best ones, like for catching EVPs, and like to get one it's like several £700 just for an old crappy tape one and stuff.
I wonder if you could try and you should try and experiment where we try and make an old school one and make a new one, see if they perform differently.
But then, like on some of our videos, we have had like the moan, and then that other one in the graveyard sound like that woman.
Yeah, well, the first thing that comes to my mind is the growl at Third Investigation, the Chapelwood.
Wood, yeah.
That was on our night vision camera, and the audio comes straight from the night vision camera. I don't know that we've seen anything on it other than the only thing we've seen on that night vision camera is the shadow thing that went by. So I don't know.
But then again, it's probably the same thing being in the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
Because we're just going to random places pretty much.
Yeah. And since we've been back to that Chapel place, that
We
both
need
of
to go there again.
if we do that, the first investigation we're getting rained out. The camera keeps turning off, and it's like I'm really uncomfortable. That was the third time we went back. The second time we went back, I don't know what happened to the footage of that. It just wasn't there anymore. And I remember transferring it over. I remember doing that, but the footage just was gone. And not only that, we filmed there. You were uncomfortable there the whole time, which is strange because you're never really bothered by these sort of things. And I felt fine, but you were uncomfortable, which is weird. And then we were leaving because it was Friday the 13th in October as well.
That's right, yeah.
And we were looking up at the stars talking about it, and we were saying, man, isn't it mad that we're here? And then we both, like, we're just chilling, and all of a sudden we just did behind us, and then we were like, right, time to go. Because you were like, did you do that? And I was like, no. And we were like, time to go. And then we left.
Was that where the acorn or whatever on the windscreen?
Yeah. Because you were like, right, imagine if you just hear something go boonk, and then we're laughing about it, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah. Because when you get in the car, guys, it's like, as soon as you shut the door and the light goes off, it's fucking pitch black because you're out in the middle of nowhere, but there's trees all the way down this country road, so there's no light getting through. It is pitch black. And
the worst thing when you're sat in the car with the light on, so you can't see out any of the windows, and then it goes off, and you're just expecting someone to be stood there like. That was, we have to go back there. But I tell you what, the subsequent 2 times we've been there didn't feel right being there. It was like.
I know we did get there when it was dark those next couple of times, so whether that played anything to do with it, I don't know.
Maybe. But then it was dark the second time we went back, and I was fine and you weren't. And then the third time you were fine and I weren't, and it kept raining. But the forecast was clear. It was clear here. It was clear in Ilfracombe, which is on the other side of it. Yeah. It's clear. It was clear in the town that you had to go through to get here. It was just that spot was pissing down with rain.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason we went, because it was showing clear skies till like 10 at night.
And it was clear until we got there. Then it started raining, and then as soon as we left, we started driving down. And by the time we got to the main road, the rain had stopped again. So
it's like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. And what would the camera keep turning off? I know there's been issues with that camera before, and it might have just been the setting that it was on, but that was weird that it happened to be that exact night the camera messes up. I hadn't changed any settings because why would I have? And that was I was the one who had that camera.
Upgrade to another one of these.
And another thing as well, that camera would keep working for 5 minutes at a time, and then I would walk down the side wall. As soon as I got to a certain point, it'd turn off. And then I'd go back and I'd walk again, 30 seconds, it'd turn off. Whenever I got to that point, it would turn off.
Yeah, a bit odd.
Yeah, and then we walk away from it, and the camera stays on again for long periods of time. The second I go near it again, turns off. Don't know what that was about. And the footage was corrupting every time as well, which was another weird part of it.
Yeah.
So some of them, it worked for it, some of them it didn't. Those shorter clips, it just, the footage would corrupt. So that seems like a place where something is going on all the time. Whereas other places, not so much.
It'd be interesting to go back then and have
Maybe this geezer's place is just like that chapel where something is going on. Who knows what it is?
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
I think places that have genuinely got something going on are rarer to find than a lot of people would assume, because you just think that's a dark, scary place. There's definitely something going on there.
Yeah. And probably a lot of the places, you know, especially these old buildings, and they say, oh yeah, we've had this and that. Maybe they've had one site in there, and then now it's like the most haunted pub in England or something like that, you know.
Capitalise on it. I think another thing as well, there's probably a difference between places where sort of, if there are spirits or beings there, just passively carrying on, going about, which might be where we've had interactions that are sort of few and far between. But there's a difference between that and a place like, for example, Chapel Wood or whatever the fuck it's called. That feels like a place where a lot is going on and it's proper dark as well. And I don't think I've ever really been to places that give me that bad a feeling, other than Knapp House gave me that dodgy feeling. I didn't like that one too much.
I get that though at every abandoned building we go to, just because I'm freaked out people are going to turn up. But
I don't think I've had it other than Knapp House. Oh no, the one place we did attempt to get to when we did the second thing, that was a dodgy feeling about that place.
What was that?
The one where we went to go, we ended up doing the lookout for a second time going back there because we didn't get to the first place. Yeah. The bird and all that.
Yeah, that was a bit freaky.
That was a terrifying spot.
Anyways, that was with that Karen. We've been waffling. Sorry, guys.
I'm going to approach you guys up. Hopefully you can see this. I'm trying to platform it. Hey, look at me in the reflection. Okay, shot. Oh shit, half a shot. Sorry. Fuck. God damn it.
You can't tell me he's drinking whole bottles of that shit every night. Jesus Christ.
Lay down. Fuck you.
So you just see his coat.
Fuck you. Get back up.
That is interesting because we saw him pick that up and put it down. I am curious because he did make a point of picking up the bottle, putting the camera down so you can see both hands pouring, which he's never done before. Every other time it's just pick it up, pour, put it down, whatever. So it is weird that the exact thing he made a point to film is what got moved. But maybe it's just because prior to him filming this, that kept getting moved about, so he wanted to focus on that. I don't know, it is weird. But then, you know, how do you move a big bottle like that? Because it didn't look like, I would assume if I was going to try and pull it via string, instinct would tell me to put the string around the neck of the bottle, which I would expect it to fall that way to tip. But that just slid back. Because all the weight's going to be on the bottom. So how's it going to pull? I mean, you could, but...
The only factor there is the window's open right behind it.
Well, yeah,
So,
exactly.
But, you know...
It could be. It could very well be. Who knows?
But I can't tell whether there's if there was a screen, like a fly screen behind it that was closed or not, or whether it's a whole window. You might see it again in
like I said, it was weird that he decided that was the one time he was going to film pouring a drink with both hands free, balancing his phone and the windows open. So maybe there's something going on there, maybe not, I don't know. But this is one of those where it's the most convincing I've seen, but then there is parts of it where I'm like, I'm not too sure.
Whoa!
I want to see out the window, see if there's a screen there.
Grab. Watching some fucking goddamn shit. This turned off.
Supernatural of all things.
And I went to go grab a drink, and for some fucking... Are you fucking joking? Can you please fucking stop? Do you see? This is starting to get more fucking sketched out. Actually, to be honest with you, like, I'm starting to get more scared.
He didn't pick up that same bottle that slid, did he? That looks like a different bottle.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like it
It
was off to the
like
right.
he was holding that bottle already, surely.
Fucking joking? Can you please fucking stop? Do you
Yeah, no, because it comes in from the top. So how is he...
fucking joking? Can you please fucking stop? Do you see?
I can't
tell.
conceive of how he's... I mean, unless he's just done that, which is a bit
yeah.
of a weird way to do it.
This
I
is
would have
starting
thought
to
he'd
get
just go
more
like
fucking sketched out. Actually,
It is his left hand and also,
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
as we go along.
If you look around the table and the other one's gone, you know it is.
Yeah, never filmed it. But it did move, and that was heavy, so...
Don't really understand how to describe this. But I came back after doing my fucking laundry, you know. Got some groceries. My pot moved. Okay. Me being a fucking pussy, I went out here, smoked a cigarette, poured myself a shot. There's my shot that I didn't even get to fucking take before that fucking goddamn pot moved. You're fucking kidding.
That's vicious. Like, why are those things in the back corner of that tub?
Pits of carriage.
I don't know if I'm even recording. I don't know if I'm okay with being here. I'm gonna fucking end up leaving.
Whole fucking table just went. Didn't see anyone else there, you know.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Just
Shot?
deflating now.
Shot. Just straight up fucking...
Bluetooth speaker kicking off. If that played Ghostbusters now, I'd laugh my ass off.
As I was getting ready to leave, my phone almost died. Shh, what the fuck? What happened to the light?
Fuck that, fair enough.
Got the chills.
That's one where I would be bolting out of there. I'm gonna take a shot. It does seem like whatever's happening is like ramping up.
I got a job doing DoorDash. I haven't been staying here because every time I fucking sleep here, I have that weird dream, but like it gets closer and shit like that. I've been staying with a friend. I'm gonna continue to stay there until I have enough money to get a new place, which shouldn't be really difficult. I'm grabbing my shit. I told the lady who rent this room to me that I'm leaving, and she said that I'm the third person to do that shortly after moving in.
Well, she'd go on camera and just
Confirm.
yeah. Can be
And then he films himself talking to her and there's no one there.
I'll keep you guys posted. If something weird happens later, I'll update it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting one.
Yeah, it's strange. If this is a character and he is pretending, he's played it very well, because there does have that feeling of like distress, and just drinking to forget about it or cope with it is believable. It does seem to be ramping up, which is weird, because I can't say as if I've heard things like this in the past. It doesn't seem like it ramps up. It just, 1 minute it's nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden weird shit just sort of happens all the time. Because when you hear things about other paranormal or haunted spaces, there's not this like ramp up, because this ramp up kind of feels like a movie where it's like beginning to end kind of deal. Whereas a lot of places are just like people who've lived there, stuff comes, stuff goes, stuff happens and it stops, and it happens and it stops. But I don't know, it was weird. He did mention earlier on the video that he had a voice or something, or mentioned something about voices and orbs, and then you hear that, something just go, oh, that was weird.
Yeah, and we've heard stuff like that ourselves, haven't we? And it sounds very much the same. Like, I'm not saying the voice sounds exactly the same, but when you hear it on the camera after, it sounds, but obviously he heard it in person as well. But
Yeah.
when we've heard it on camera, it sounds very a similar kind of thing.
It is jarring when you hear something and you're somewhere where you've like, there's definitely no mistaking that what you've heard happened, and how it happened doesn't make sense. That is a weird feeling. Like when we heard the bang and the shuffle, that was like a,
I want to get full-on voice, like talking. Then
I
I'd
don't know
just
what
be
that
like,
would do to me. I think I'd be very freaked out.
I wouldn't be
Overwhelmed.
freaked out. I'd just, well, if we was in some freaky building and we heard it at the time, that would freak me out, because I'd probably think someone was there. But
If we were
if
in,
we heard it on the camera afterwards, I'd just be like fascinated.
oh yeah, I would exactly the same. After the fact doesn't freak me out when I go back over it, but when it's there, it's a different story. Like when that shuffle happened in the leisure centre, that was fucking terrifying. then and
We
there.
like just stopped for a few seconds, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like a fuck. Now what? And it is a bit of a, because I thought someone was going to come round the door,
Yeah,
but then
me
when
too.
nothing happened, like nothing came and went,
There was no noise, nothing. Yeah.
no shuffle, like it was like,
There's
fuck.
there's no way getting in and out of there. You couldn't do it. You can't do that without making noise.
and I mean
Or
there
shit on the floor.
there were bats in there, but
Yeah.
unless a bat had hit something and carried on, and it wasn't like a
flying into the snooker table.
yeah. That was it. I can understand if this is real, his terror at like what the fuck is going on, and that when he's like, this ain't real life. It is like I did have a moment like that when we were in the centre, and I had that, and I just went, oh fuck, you've done it now, haven't you? You're here now and it's happening, which is kind of what you want, but at the same time you don't anticipate it like that.
Yeah. So what did you guys think of that? Do you think he's got genuine activity going on, or you reckon he's faking it?
And if you think he is faking it, how do you think he faked it? Because I'm stumped, to be honest with you. Maybe there's some magnet work going on, a bit of wire work, who knows? But definitely an interesting series of events. And if any of you have information about where he is now or what happened since, stick that down in the comments, because we'd love to check that out and get some more information on this. But overall, quite an interesting series of events, and hopefully we can find some more. If you guys know of any more paranormal events that happened like this, people who've gone through a large amount of paranormal activity and documented it, and you want us to take a look at that, leave that in the comments and recommend it to us, because we love checking out things like this. This is what this series is for, ultimately. And yeah, leave us your theories on what you thought this whole situation was about. But nonetheless, we hope you enjoyed this evening's video. Another to our React series, which is fast becoming one of my favourites. I'm enjoying it very much.
That's good.
If you guys have anything you want us to react to, stick it in the comments. We'll take a look at that and see what we think. We have some other playlists as well. We do paranormal investigations. I'll stick an iCard up there where you can go through all of our playlists. We have a paranormal investigations playlist where we go out and try and find paranormal evidences for ourselves. We have our reacts playlist where we react to videos like this. We've also taken a look at some creepy events from cryptids online and some rather bullshit events of things online. We've got a shorts playlist, which is all of our best evidence and most intriguing moments condensed, and maybe some funny moments too, condensed into short format. And we also have our podcast playlist now, where you can take a look at our long form podcast where we talk about fraudsters and fakers in the paranormal space. We've got some more podcasts coming up that we think you'll really enjoy. And we also, if you don't want to watch a full 45 minute to an hour long podcast, we have some shorter 5 to 10 minute clips so you can see segments of that rather than enjoying the whole thing. But if you want to enjoy the whole thing, iCards, links, clicks, do all that stuff. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Peace.
you.